Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Playing World of Tanks. I'm AJ, and today we'll be looking at a game that I had in my Panther 88, which is the German Tier 8 premium tank. In my opinion, probably one of the worst premium tanks you can buy. If you're a German tank fan, you like this thing, good for you, but it's not a great tank by any stretch of the imagination. It's very slow, its armor is paper, even for like Tier 6s. It just does not hold up to a lot of gunfire in its direction. It's supposed to be like a supporting tank, which shells out damage from a distance, but in that sense, it's not any better than any of the other premiums that you can buy. The STA2, the AMX CDC for the same price. I basically bought this tank because I like how the Panthers look, and I thought instead of getting a Panther 2, I'll just get the Panther 88. And though I don't regret the decision, honestly, but I seriously do think that the tank in itself in its current state needs a buff. Now, initially I went to the middle to sort of see if I can snipe somebody coming from their base into the middle, but I didn't. But I saw on the minimap that their 704s were making an aggressive push into the city, and I knew if I let them be, they're just gonna annihilate that flank. So I arrive here as quickly as I can. Now, the first thing you do when you see a turretless tank destroyer is you want to try to track him. At this point, I had the backside of the 704, so I decided to do some damage, but as soon as he tries to get away, what I'm probably gonna try to do is track him in place. So. And that's a very effective strategy on almost any turretless tank destroyer that you can run into. Now, this part, I did not understand what the 704 was doing. I mean, his other friend actually died doing the same, so I don't know why he thought he was going to come around and shoot me once and die in the process. If he was retreating, it would have been much harder for us. He would have had to maybe taken 2 shots to die in the process, but, whatever. It is what it is. I take a shot. Somebody had to, I guess. So I'm not that annoyed by it. So yeah, the 2 704s get taken out, and at this point I need to rush back into the middle of the game because I see that the other flank is kind of pushing hard. But at this point I kind of decide that instead of going back, let's just secure this flank, which means that I'm gonna stick around and kill all the tanks here first and then go back, because there's absolutely nothing I can do rushing back that will save that flank, if that makes sense. So what needs to happen is that I need to make sure that at least one of my flanks is secure and that I'm not being shot from 2 sides. So this Jack Panther is looking in the wrong direction, and so what I do is I ram into him and then I wedge my front into the side of the tank, which makes it very, very difficult to get away from the tank who is shooting you. And this poor this poor T-49 goes by the Jack Panther 2 but backs up to tell me to take a shot from him. I just found that hilarious. He was clearly not going to be shot if he kept moving, but he backs up and gives him an easy shot. But anyways, with that taken care of, now we go and deal with the flank that has fallen. The T of 54E1 on our team was already there, and he's a pretty good tank, but I get the feeling he's going to be overwhelmed. First of all, I wanted to go back towards the cap because I did not know whether, because generally what the teams do is once they secure the northern flank, they just push straight to cap. So I just wanted to be in visual range of the cap, and then if I was going to drive towards the T-54, if I noticed something on the cap, then I would have gone to deal with it. But right now it's the T-54E1 that kind of needs help, because these 2 scouts kind of caught him at the time and he was actually reloading. So and plus I don't think he has enough damage to kill both of them, so that was going to be a problem. So I'm trying to get here as fast as I can. I fire on the move on the BZ-131. At this point I should have tried to ram him, but my tank isn't really that fast, and unfortunately for all this work he gets taken out anyways. And I didn't want the Panther to get away, so I take a shot and put him out. So that leaves me in a precariously low health, and I can basically be killed by almost anything. 87 can roll high and kill me at this point, so it's gonna be difficult. None of the thing is, like, none of our tanks are healthy except for the T-32, and the T-32 had to play aggressive at this point. I just had to support him. I couldn't actually do anything else. Now, as I move forward, I get spotted. I instantly know there's something in front of me. Because I'm packing coated optics, I spot the Foch, and at this point I was thinking of turning around and maybe flanking the tanks, but then I see that the Roomba is moving up to deal with the T-32 as well, so I needed to stick around to make sure that if the Roomba does come around the corner and he does try to put a shot in the T-32, that I'm there to sort of like punish him for it. And the T-32 is doing a good job dealing with the 87. The VK on our team kind of like does what I wanted to do. He goes around. The T-49 unfortunately gets taken out. At this point I see the Roomba go in and take a shot. I move out. I put one shot. I put another shot and take him out. And so this is basically what I wanted to happen, is that the Roomba comes out and then tries to put a shot in the T-32, and we just decimate him in the process. Now the VK goes around and comes up behind the 87, which is, you know, basically what I wanted to do. But again, now I did not know where the Foch was, and again, the Foch is moving up, but as soon as I am spotted, he just stops in his tracks, and that's just what I wanted to do. I know I was not gonna pen him. I just wanted him to stop, because if he stops, then he can't help the 87. The T-32 is alive too, and at this point, you know, we all dogpile in to the last Foch. He can actually kill all of us, which is the funniest thing in the world. But at this point, I'm gonna try and see if I can track the Foch. I come around on his side. He tries to go deal with the T-32, and as he's going, you know, I almost shoot the T-32 who's trying to get away. Now again, the Foch has the upper hand. If he started just backing up, like, he had all three of us in his sight. But again, he just doesn't. He's still trying to kill the T-32 somehow. And the VK runs in face first. You know, kudos to that guy. And I managed to track him finally in place. And now it's up to the VK and T-32, who will probably have better shots than me to take him out. But it winds up being me. So again, not a terribly impressive game, but actually I got the ace tanker for this game. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this game. It was kind of intense at the end. I mean, almost all the way through, so I kind of picked this to showcase. So hopefully I'll see you on the next episode of Playing World of Tanks.